Hello, welcome to Waypoint Survival. What do you do when you're out in the wilderness and you take an unexpected fall and you badly twist your ankle? What do you do to fix it, to give you the ability to hike out of the wilderness? I'm going to show you an old Boy Scout trick that'll help you get that done. Stay tuned. Twisting your ankle is a pretty common injury in the backcountry. And as you can see through here, got a lot of rugged terrain. I'm actually in a creek bed right now. It's pretty well dried up. I haven't had a lot of rain in a while. But one of the things you're going to experience when you're out and about are what we would consider minor injuries. Of course, we don't want anybody to get severely injured, but it does happen. And so we need to be careful to mitigate those risks, but we also need to have the personal skills and the equipment that we need that is multi-purpose, that can help take care of those issues and problems should they arise. And so this is a really great trick that I got out of an old Boy Scout manual, and I want to share it with you right now. So let's get to it. So one of the things that we ought to always have with us when we're out in the backcountry is a large square of cotton material. And this is what I'm carrying right now in this pack, and it's 100% cotton, so of course it can be used for multiple things like charred cloth, pre-filtering water, it can be used as a neckerchief. There's a whole lot of things that you can use this for. But right now I'm going to show you an old method to bind up a twisted ankle using this square of cloth. So this particular square of cloth is pretty good sized. It's actually 42 inches by 42 inches. So it is a really big piece of cloth, but it folds up pretty small. And that's good because it's compact, but it does have a good tight weave, and it will suffice for a whole lot of things. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this out into a full square. And then I'm going to fold it into a large triangular shape. Once we get that triangular shape down, what we want to do then is we want to start rolling. We're going to roll it up in a piece of material about, an 1.5 inches, 2 inches wide. I'm going to roll it up. Now before I get to the end, I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold this over, so I have more of a flat side than a pointed flap sticking out. I'm going to roll it up just like this. All right, there we go. Now we have a long piece of material, and you could do this with a t-shirt as well, but this particular configuration here just works super great for that. The next thing we're going to do, taking our piece of material and leaving the person's boot or shoe on, because if they've twisted their ankle on the trail and they have to walk out, if you take that off, you're going to lose the compression of the shoe, and what ends up happening is that damaged ankle will swell, and you may not be able to get the shoe back on. Of course, that's important for hiking down the trail to keep your foot protected. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece of material and we're going to go under the arch of the foot, just like this. Next, we're going to go around the back of the foot and we're going to cross it, just like this. We want to pull that fairly tight, like this. So just a simple crossover maneuver. Turning the foot back around to the front, we want to take this piece of the material here, these two ends, and we want to cross them, just like this. We're not tying it yet, we're going to cross it. Now, you want to put tension right here to hold that in place. Next, we want to take this end and we're going to go underneath this side loop that we made here, just like this, over the top, so we can pull it tight. We're going to go to the other side. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go down through here, come down under, and then pull up. Now, it's very important that at this point, you go ahead and put some extra tension on this. Go ahead and work it a little bit. As you will see, when you pull this, as you work on this, it will tighten all the way around. Now be careful, you don't get it too tight, or you'll cut off circulation. And you may need to check it every once in a while to make sure that the person's toes aren't going numb, and things like that. So once you get it down, you feel like it's pretty tight on the person's foot, go ahead and then just do a simple square knot right over left, left over right. Pull it in, tighten it down, and then make sure and take your tag ends and tuck them in. Just poke them in underneath some of the material so that they're not dragging. You don't want to cause the person to stumble and fall and further damage themselves. And you can feel that that actually works really well. It adds a lot of support, a lot of compression to that damaged ankle. The cotton material that I used in this video to bind up my badly twisted ankle was given to me by Jay Hercules. He is the owner and designer of Possum Pouch Soft Goods. And I will make sure to put a link down in the description box. But you can get this in several different colors. The red, the dark blue, navy as it were, then a regular blue. It also comes in a synthetic, and I think there's a green. But anyway, he is a great guy. He made these, it's the same basic size as a shmog, and I know a lot of you guys carry that and use that. And but he made this so it's kind of an American design, and it's a good color. It's great for the backcountry, and it's 42 by 42 inches roughly, so it's just a perfect size for a whole lot of your first aid needs. And there's a whole bunch of things you can do with this. As I said, I'll make sure and put a link, and you can go check that out, and I would encourage you to purchase these from him if you would like. Of course, after you get the person's ankle bound up or your own, make sure and cut a sturdy stick that will help you walk down the trail. Or of course, if you're with someone else, you can lend them an arm or a shoulder and help them as they get back to camp or back to the car, or as you evacuate and get out of the backcountry and get the person medical treatment. Thank you so much for watching. I know that some of you already know this technique, but for those of you who weren't in Scouts, and for those of you who perhaps just want to add another tool to your toolbox for your wilderness survival and bushcraft experiences, this is it. Of course, you need a large enough square of material. This one is 42 inches by 42 inches. Or of course, you could use a large cotton t-shirt or a couple of bandanas tied together perhaps. At any rate, thank you so much for watching. This is James Bender for Waypoint Survival. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And make sure and check out the links in the description box below. And while you're down there, make sure and check out the merchandise shelf, which is located just below the description box. There, you can buy great Waypoint Survival merchandise, which goes to help support the channel and the ongoing research that we do to bring you great content on YouTube. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And when you do subscribe, make sure and press that bell button so you can stay notified of all of our upcoming videos, and we'll talk to you next time.